What's going on, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Joe, and this is Crypto Insight. In today's video, we're going to be going over Crypto.com, some of their recent changes that they've made in the last month or so. I know a lot of you are not happy about it. I've had quite a few people reach out to make this video, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over some of the new changes, the good and the bad. So if that sounds interesting, make sure you stick around until the end. So with that being said, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and you subscribe so you know whenever I post videos. I try to do a few videos a week. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I won't waste any more time. So where do I begin? So I'm sure a lot of you know what this video is going to be about involving Crypto.com and their rate changes as far as what they're paying out in their staking program. It doesn't really matter which way you look at it. You're making less money. And let me explain. So a lot of you, I'm not going to waste my time explaining the different tiers and the percentages because it's really changes depending upon which tier you're in, and I'm not going to bore you guys to death. There's other videos posted on this if you want to go over it, but the percentages you were earning are not the percentages you're now earning. They've been significantly cut. I know there's some rule changes. Now, they following BlockFi, if you have more than $30,000 with them, your rates get significantly cut down. So it's always better to have less than 30,000. And the strategy behind getting the most, I will touch on a little bit more later. So there's really two different kinds of accounts. There's really the account that has under 30,000 and the account that has over 30,000. And if you've been following my channel, I fall into that category that has more than 30,000. So my rates, like I've said a couple times now, have been drastically cut over the last 30 days. I am in the tier where I have $4,000 staked with them. I don't know off the top of my head how many Crow tokens that is, but I have $4,000 staked with them, and it was supposed to give me a little bump on my percentages every month, and they were. I was earning 6.5% on pretty much all of my coins. Well, not all my coins, just Bitcoin, but on all my contracts or whatever you want to call them that I had open with them. And then I noticed that they changed it. So now if I open a flexible plan, which means you can withdraw at any time, it's 1%. If I open a 1 month plan, it's now 1%. If I open up a 3 month plan with them, it's now 2%. And that's really kind of sucks compared to what I was getting. I was getting 6.5%, and going from 6.5% to 2% is pretty big. It's a 3x kind of a loss. I mean, it really is. So I really just don't even know how to say this. Like I said, I'm not saying, I don't want to turn this into a super negative video about Crypto.com. I still like them. I think they're the gold standard of companies. I think they've way surpassed Coinbase and just about every other company in the United States as far as ease of use, a really straightforward platform. You don't have to jump through all kinds of hoops and loops to pass their KYC. But they're really making it difficult to want to keep any amount of money on their platform, and maybe that's the goal, is to get people to not keep large amounts of money on their platform. But just to put it into perspective, what I was saying here, I'll give you all an example. So if you put 1 Bitcoin on their platform and you start staking it, keep in mind this is the over 30,000, because 1 Bitcoin right today is currently trading at about $41,000. So you would get into the 2%. So if you get 2% per year on 1 full BTC, keep in mind we're worried about the BTC, not the actual dollar price. So you would get about 2 million Satoshis a year, which isn't bad. If you divide that out per month, you get about 166,666 Satoshis per month, which, once again, isn't bad for not doing anything. Per week, which is how they pay it out, they do weekly payments, you would get 41,666 Satoshis, which, once again, isn't bad for not doing anything. So if you do the math on that the whole way up, after 5 years of holding, you would have 0.1 BTC from the gained interest that they've paid you from staking for 5 years. You would get 0.1 BTC. And today's current value, and I know Bitcoin doesn't stay the same, but let's say it did. At today's value, that's only $4,100. And they held $41,000 of your money for 5 years. That's a really long time to get a very small gain. To go further on that, if you just build a basic mining rig with 4 RTX 3090 cards on it, that rig will produce 280,000 Satoshis per week, which is really good. And that's current profitability mining Ethereum right now. So it could get better, it could get a little bit worse. But let's take that number and let's just run with it. So if you were to want to try and get the same amount of Bitcoin out of your mining rig that you would staking $41,000 with Crypto.com for 5 years, you'd have to mine 36 weeks on that rig. That's it. That's all you'd have to mine. You'd have to mine 9 months. 9 months compared to 5 years. And it's really not that bad. I know profits have definitely come down. I know a lot of people are saying that right now is not a good time to get into mining. I beg to differ. I happen to think otherwise, and I'll make more videos on that in the future. But I'm just trying to think of a way to show you that you shouldn't bet the farm on Crypto.com. I've definitely put some of my dreams on hold, waiting for Bitcoin to hit 6 figures and accepting the 6.5% from Crypto.com, when I could have been doing this mining farm and I could have been way bigger than I am now. I could have had a warehouse full. So I'm just trying to tell people to learn a little bit from my lessons. Don't put your whole caboodle on Crypto.com. Don't bet the farm. If you have other ways to earn more money, like building a mining rig and earning the same amount of interest in less than 1/5 of the time, why not do it? Now, I do want to say that I do still like Crypto.com. Now, here's where we're going to finish on a really good note. So I do like Crypto.com. I think they're the gold standard of service. I do think that their staking platform is still really, really good, especially if you have a few BTC that are just sitting around in cold storage and you'd like to earn a little extra money. I don't like that Crypto.com uses it and trades against it, but if you're in it for 10 years, what do you care if the price goes back down to 20,000 or 10,000 and then goes all the way back up to $1 million? If the long-term goal down the road is Bitcoin's going to be at 7 figures and that's when you're going to sell, it doesn't really matter right now. You just try to gain a couple extra percentage along the way, which is what I'm doing. I think I'm going to leave a few BTC on their platform and just slowly gain the 2% per year, but I'm going to make sure that it's BTC that I don't need for anything, any of my mining farm, any of my business endeavors. I just wanted to give you guys this really good example that I came up with of waiting. So my advice would be to build a mining rig. I know some of you like to take the easier road and just stake it because you don't have to do anything, but that's your call. Also want to give a shout out to their debit card. It works really well. If you're not using the debit card, I highly advise you to. When I purchased some of these new 3090s that I just got in the last week or two, I actually purchased it with my Crypto.com card, and for I can't remember if it was either a $2,300 purchase or a $4,600 purchase on my card. I got like 250 Crow tokens back, which I can't even remember off the top of my head how much money that was, but something is something. And that's also why we're staking on their platform. Something is something. So every little bit matters. And that's the name of the game. So please definitely use their card if you haven't. It's a really good hack to earn a little extra. You don't earn Bitcoin, but you earn Crow tokens, and you can convert those to Bitcoin. Or keep them. We all know I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. I think Bitcoin's going to be the one coin to rule them all. So that's just me. Please, down below, give me your comments. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Crypto.com? What do you think of their new rate changes? Do you think it's going to hurt their business? Do you think it's going to help their business? Do you think it's going to make new competition come out to try and fight them for it? Like I said, I feel like they're just trying to be on par with BlockFi. So I think that's going to be about it for this video. Make sure you like this video and you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. We're probably going to be back in the shed looking at some graphics cards and just seeing what's going on. So, all right, stay safe.